Have you ever checked your credit score and wondered why it dropped suddenly? It can be confusing and even a bit alarming, especially when you know you've been paying your bills on time. Today, we'll explore some common reasons why credit scores can drop unexpectedly and what you can do about it. By the end of this video, you'll be more informed and better equipped to manage your credit. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about what a credit score really is. In simple terms, your credit score is a number that lenders use to gauge how likely you are to pay back a loan. It can range from 300 to 850, with higher scores indicating better creditworthiness. Think of your credit score as a report card for your financial behavior. But just like in school, it's possible to get a lower grade even if you're doing your best. You might be surprised to learn that there are several reasons for a sudden drop in your credit score, even if you've been diligent about making payments. Let's break down the main reasons. One of the most common reasons is high credit card usage. Many experts recommend keeping your credit utilization ratio below 30%. This means if you have a credit limit of $1,000, you should try to keep your balance under $300. When you use a high percentage of your available credit, even if you pay on time, it can signal to lenders that you might be over-relying on credit, and that can lead to a drop in your score. Another reason your score might drop is due to hard credit inquiries. A hard inquiry occurs when a lender checks your credit report as part of their decision-making process when you apply for credit. Each time a hard inquiry is made, it can knock a few points off your score. So, if you've recently applied for multiple credit cards or loans, those inquiries can add up and lead to a noticeable dip in your score. Next, let's discuss closing old credit accounts. It might make sense to close accounts that you no longer use, but doing so can adversely affect your score. When you close an account, you reduce your total available credit, which can increase your credit utilization ratio. Additionally, the length of your credit history is important. Closing old accounts can shorten your overall credit history, which may also lower your score. You might also be confused by the distinction between your statement date and due date. Your statement date is when your credit card company generates your monthly bill, and your due date is when your payment is actually due. If you have a high balance when your statement is issued, that balance is reflected on your credit report. So, if you're only paying down your balance before the due date, you might still show a high credit utilization ratio on your report, which can negatively impact your score. Lastly, temporary identity or risk checks might also cause a drop in your credit score. Sometimes lenders perform periodic checks to assess their risk, and these checks can impact your score, albeit temporarily. If there's a sudden change in your behavior or any other triggering factors, these risk checks could result in a score adjustment. Now that we've covered why credit scores can drop suddenly, let's explore some practical steps you can take to protect and improve your credit score. One of the simplest tips is to keep your credit utilization below 30%. If you find that you're nearing that limit, consider paying off your balance before your statement date, instead of just waiting for the payment due date. This can help ensure that a lower balance is reported to the credit bureaus, which can positively impact your score. Another important tip is to avoid applying for multiple credit accounts at once. Instead, try to space out your applications over time. This will minimize the number of hard inquiries on your report and help you maintain a stronger credit profile. It's also wise to keep old credit accounts open, even if you don't use them regularly. These accounts contribute to your overall credit history, which makes up part of your credit score. By keeping these accounts active, you'll help maintain a longer credit history and better credit utilization. Lastly, always be aware of your statement dates. By knowing when your credit card company issues your bill, you can plan your payments more effectively. Paying down your balance before the statement date ensures that a lower amount is reported, helping your credit utilization ratio. In conclusion, a sudden drop in your credit score can be unsettling, but it's essential to understand the reasons behind it. With a bit of awareness and some simple strategies, you can take control of your credit and work towards improving your score. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more straightforward explanations about money, credit, and insurance. Remember, managing your credit is a journey, and every step matters. Thank you for watching.